Hello, everybody. Welcome back to X-Plane 11 once again. Today, we are going to fly the new 737-700 Ultimate that was released by AudioBird and the Ultimate team over there. Pretty awesome airplane. It's pretty much like, the 737-900 Ultimate was and the Zibo 737. They all share a lot of the same attributes. So it is a very cool thing to have a 700. Why? We get all these awesome paint schemes, like Southwest did all of those awesome New Mexico one, Lone Star, Tennessee one, etc., all on the 700 series, and we don't really get that kind of option with the 800. However, we're in LaGuardia, and we're going to fly to Midway today in Chicago. It's pretty overcast skies. I did change out the visual pack that I'm using. So I was using Ultra Weather XP. I upgraded to 2.5. I don't like it. So I actually tried something different called X Ambience. We're going to see what that looks like today. It could be bad. I don't know. We haven't ever used it. So I got that activated, and we're going to give that a shot. I did use some settings that I found on a forum. It should make it look a little bit better than it will directly out of the box. But we're all hooked up. We're ready to go. Let's hop up into the cockpit and get going. Welcome aboard the 737. You know it so well. It's just like the 800. Absolutely no different. It's an NG cockpit. So that's all there is to expect from that. Let's go ahead and turn these fuel pumps on. We're going to go ahead and turn that beacon light on, let them know we're ready to go down there. The pushback's ready to go, honestly. So we're just going to wait for her to say what she needs to say to us, and we'll be ready to push back. We should be going tail to the right. Not our right, but their right. Just waiting for her to give the all clear, and we'll release that park and brake. And we're going up to 360 today. You got it. Thank you so much. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and release that park and brake. And they're going to start the pushback. There they go. Engines. We're clear to start the engines on the way back. Seatbelt signs look great. Turn those packs to the off position. Well, they already off. Okay, sweet. I thought I had it ready to go, so we do. All right, so that's good to go. Let's start engine number 2 first. Over to the ground position. I told you it was going to be a fast one today. We're going to get out of the gate. We've got N2. And it uses the awesome sound set that you would expect from what you have on the Zibo. Wait for that 25. There we go. Pretty overcast day here. We can actually turn up our panel down here. That'd probably help a little bit, wouldn't it? There we go. And engine 2 is coming online right now, looking good. RTO for our brakes today. We got 15,000 on departure. Backup heading of 131. Altimeter is 3021. While we're doing that, I'll show you our route today. We're just going direct to Newell. We don't have a SID going out of LaGuardia, so we're just going to go to legs page here, go in it on that guy. So direct to Newell.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Okay, we'll set that parking brake so they can disconnect that. And we'll have a look here. You got Giants, Danner, Fort, Duth. Then you got Papa Sierra Bravo, Midst, Tyson, Haggard, Cancer, Delta Juliet Bravo, Jerry, and then Maze. Then we got Nepal, Ashen, Bagel. Then we do the Pang 3 arrival, Pang, Megs, Awesome, IROC, Haley, Alsic, Tinley, Cutler, and then we vector ourselves to ILS runway 4 right approach into Chicago Midway. Should be lots of fun. So let's go ahead and double check all that's good to go. Let's start engine number 1. We've got N2. And they're back there giving a spiel. Waiting for that 25%.
Bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
All right, thank you for your help today. We'll see you next time. There's 25. And he is driving away. He's going to show us all of that stuff. We were all good to go on this. I forgot to check mark it all. I did it before we started our little deal here. So it's going to be the engines before taxi checklist is going to be next. Waiting for the pin. Got the pin right there. Sweet. Engines are coming online, looking good. Let's go ahead and hit our gens. Gen 2. Got Gen 1. And now we can kill the APU bleed. We can turn those packs back on so people can get some AC back there. Electrics come on. And we are looking good there. Kill the APU. Seatbelt signs are good again. Probes, come on. Just doing my flows before we do the checklist. Put this back to map. All right, we'll do some checklists here. Gen 1 and 2 are on. Probe heats good to go. Don't need it right now. Pack switches are going to be on auto, which they are. Isolation valves are on auto. APU bleeds off. We did kill all of that, and the APU itself is off. Engine switches to go into continuous, not flight. There we go, continuous. Idle is checked. And then we got the second page. Ground equipment's clear, verified. Flaps are 5 for takeoff, and they are verified right there. Green light. Flap lever set for takeoff is good. Flight controls, we just did some, but I'll do it again just to show you. We got left. We got middle right, middle forward, middle back, middle right rudder working, left rudder working. Flight controls are free and correct. We hit that one more time. And lower to use blank. Good to go there. Sweet. We're ready to taxi on out of here to runway 13. Having some interesting lighting issues, I can tell, with X-Ambience so far. My outside lights on the airplane don't seem to be very bright, if at all. And when I turn the landing lights on, I get some flickering. So I don't know what that's about. We'll have to look into that a little bit later on. But let's taxi out to runway 13. All right, we're almost down here to the runway. We're going to go ahead and get ready for that departure. All we got to do is just turn on that wing light. That'll tell them to be seated for takeoff. And before entering the runway, departure runway is going to be correct. It's going to be runway 13. Turn on the strobes and on the landing lights, but you'll see the landing lights will freak out the sim. Oh, they didn't this time. That's good to know. It might just be a rendering issue with the visibility in clouds or something, because it was doing it pretty bad before. Turn those strobes on. We might get, you're seeing a little bit of the flicker I'm talking about. Nothing too crazy though. All right, those are all good to go. Go down here to the runway. On as needed. TARA for you. We'll turn you on that like that. We'll turn on the weather radar. Get ready for the clock as well. Boom, boom, and we'll be good to go. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and line up on runway 13. And we'll be ready for our departure. Flight line's clear. We're going to make sure that runway 5 is all right, because they are, or sorry, runway 4, they are landing on that. They're utilizing both the runways right now. We're going to have a crosswind, of course, from the left. Line up on here. That's good right there. Let's just line up and wait and make sure the flight line's all right. If it'll stop. Come on, stop, airplane. It does not want to stop. All right, we are clear for takeoff. That JetBlue's just sitting there, so I'm going to wait for him. Let's go ahead and bring up our, we were waiting for him. We'll bring our power up to 40. There's 40 right there, and toga. Takeoff power is set. There's that crosswind. Use that right rudder. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots. V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Yeah, just a little slight crosswind to the left. Nothing too bad.
1,000.
That's 1,000 feet. We'll start our turn here in a second. up into the clouds. Oh, we got an airplane right in front of us. Look at that. We're going to start our turn to the right. That's live traffic for you. Always making it interesting. That's what I like about it. And you'll notice this airplane is a rocket ship, man. It climbs like you wouldn't believe compared to the 800. It's like a little sports car. Put it right on the numbers here. Getting right to our magenta line, which we're coming up on here in a minute. Bring our flaps up. As we cross through 5,000 feet, pretty much. Airplanes pick up some speed. We're gonna level off right here. And we're gonna go ahead and VNAV and LM should have been on, but we're gonna go ahead and turn the autopilot on. Airplane's cleaned up. Auto brakes go to off. Landing gear position goes to off. And clean up these lights too. Taxi lights and turnoffs come off. 6,000 feet. Airplane is still look at that, 2,100, about 2,000 feet per minute on the climb. Yet we are, you know, holding a low speed. Oh, we forgot to hit ET, of course. But so far, so good on a departure. All right, coming up on 10,000 feet here. Let's go ahead and turn those landing lights off. And ding them. Wing light comes off. And checklist. Passenger signs are off. Transition altitude will be next, but we do have our landing lights up. And they're good to go. Little airplane there on the TCAS to our left there, 4,400 above us. But that's the one I think we saw on that departure. All right, looking good. All right, let's climb, maintain flight level 210. There we go. See, our top decline is going to be just after Giants intersection there. We have a headwind happening right now, 48 knots. It's going to keep us slow. But the airplane is accelerating and looking good here. We're just waiting on 18,000 feet. Once we hit 18,000 feet, we'll change over to standard pressure, which is 29902, which will be simple enough. Now, some people have reported some bugs with this airplane so far. I haven't had any of those issues yet. They've had the sim crashing on them with VNAV on the descent. But I do it exactly how I do it with Zebo, so I haven't had any problems. I don't know what those are stemmed from. And maybe I'm lucky, so we're going to knock on wood for that. That's for certain. All right, we're well above 18,000 feet. I've already changed everything over to standard pressure. Looking outside, this is the cloud textures that come with it. A little hit on the frames there, but it is drawing in a lot of clouds. I do like the upper level clouds though much better than ultra weather. Okay, 210. Let's climb, maintain flight level 360. That is our final. Passenger Escobar getting asked back there. Where's he at today? I don't know. All right, looking good there. And yeah, I mean, the upper ones aren't too bad compared to the Ultra Weather XP. I was really kind of, you know, disappointed in 2.5 as far as the cloud textures went and stuff. And I tried all sorts of different settings and I just couldn't get it where I wanted it. So I'm going to give X Ambience a shot here and see what we think of it. I know a lot of people have said to try X, I forget what the actual one is, X something. Everything's got an X in front of it, but it's a freeware package I'll have to look into as well. But this isn't too bad. All right, here's my X ambience settings I have right now. One thing I did, I jumped down to maximum cloud layers to 2, and it was a much better, I have better frames per second now. Cloud brightness, we can actually bring that down so we can see a little definition in the clouds. There we go, right there, looks much better. Let's even try a little lower than that. Let's try 105. There we go, now we have some definition in them clouds. Ooh, those look great. Those aren't bad at all. But this is all my settings I'm using right now. If you want to copy them down, pause the screen if you use X ambience. I'm not sure if you do, but that's a good way to see it. So you can try to match what I'm seeing in my sim, which I'm liking this so far. Look at these puffy cumulonimbus. That looks pretty cool. That's not too shabby at all. We're at flight level 260 almost, and 10,000 more feet to go till we're at our cruise. Not a lot to see on this flight so far to Midway, but nonetheless, it's nice and smooth. I can't tell you that. We do have active sky running, and we have what's it called? So many XP Realistic Pro, man. I should know that by now, but so many plugins. We are getting closer to our top of climb here. We are just about 33 nautical miles to Danner. I do love the TCAS on this sucker. Look at that. We've got airplanes off to our left. You can't see them from here. They're way out there, but I mean, that's really handy to have, especially when we're running live traffic like we are. So that's a welcome thing to have in the cockpit for sure. Looking at everything overhead, looking great. We're keeping an eye on that center fuel tank. We got 4,000 there. We're going to be all right with that for a while. And we'll turn the fastest seatbelt sign once we get up to our flight level here of 360 today. Winds are not in our favor. We're going to have a headwind all the way there, about 80 knots actually, because we're doing 369 across the ground here, 251 indicated. That's slow, man. That's not what we wanted. We had a cost index today of 54. And it's just not playing nice with us. But that's okay. We're almost here to 360. We'll turn off that fastest seatbelt sign, and we will give them a nice welcome aboard. Come on, 360. There it is right there. Seatbelt sign comes off. And we'll let them know.
Nice shot for the plane. We level off and cruise flight. Looks to be pretty smooth. Some garnish seatbelt sign in that crew about the cabin. Just give way to flight attendants as they work up down the hallway, so appreciate that. And as well as your fellow passengers will appreciate that cooperation as well. If anything changes, we'll certainly let you know. Talk to you a little bit down the road.
All right, by the way, I did fix the issue with the lights with X ambience. I found out somebody's settings were a little different than what I need. And it was the near light's brightness was set to 0%, and it was not set to 140%. So if we go outside and have a look, now we can see our beacon light working fine, and the strobe lights. Now, the near light exponent, I guess that is the brightness of it. I'm gonna bring that up. There we go. Now we have our bright lights back. I love it. So just some quirks so far, but I'll tell you what, I'm liking X ambience so far. It's pretty nice. I turned the cloud brightness down even one more step, and it seems to be doing pretty good. The flight, or the frames actually have not been too terrible. Also, what is wonderful is I have my sun back in X-Plane 11. When I had Ultra Weather XP, my sun never worked. I don't know why that was, but it is what it is. But hey, we got our beacons working and our lights and everything, so all should be well. We're up here just cruising along at flight level 360, and we're just about to mid-intersection. And if we pop out here, we can see a little bit longer. Oh, we got Tyson, Haguo, or whatever the hell that is. And we got a lot of flying left to do. Well, we are flying along here at flight level 360, just about to cross Cancer and on to Delta Juliet Bravo. This storm system off to our left-hand side, we're keeping an eye on. We're flying around it. We didn't have to change our course. You can see some other airplanes around the area. There's one right there. Not sure if he's going to go straight through it or what. We've had an airplane in front of us for a while. He's at 9,400 feet above us, but he's on the exact same route right now because we are on a airway. Anything else looking out past there? Not really, but it is stormy conditions in Chicago. It should be an interesting arrival. We are definitely going to be using the ILS for runway 4 right, no matter what. We still got a while to go until we program that, though. Okay, we're 88 nautical miles to our top of descent. I'm going to go ahead and start our information we need for our arrival. So that's going to be over here on the init page. Let's just slide over here and do it on the right side. Right over here. That'll work. Okay, so we're going to be doing flaps 30. So 141 knots. We double click that, throw it in there. Glide slopes on. ILS is a 111.5 and 047. 111.5, 047. So 111.5 in here. On both sides. And 047 for course. I checked the weather. Weather is overcast at 600, so we're going to be doing a full ILS landing. If we get below the deck, we could go manual control, but right now we're going to be looking at a possible auto land. It is 3 miles of visibility. It might get better over time, but there are thunderstorms in the area, so it should make the arrival pretty interesting. We're going to do auto brakes at 2. We are hitting a little bit of turbulence. We have a turbulence thing happening. He's right below us here. Oh, he's 300 below us. He just said traffic advisory. It's not going to be for there he is right there off our nose. He's gonna go off to our left. We'll be good. We'll be good. I see him. I got him in sight. Ooh, there he goes. We didn't have an RA, so nice. I love the live traffic. It's so cool. You can see all the airplanes around us. He'll say clear conflict here. Just like that. So that's all set up. That looks good. As far as our legs page goes, we're going to descend down to 4,000 feet. Cadon right there is 4,000 or below. So we're going to go ahead and set that to 4,000. And then whenever it's time to go down, we'll start our descent now from the descent page. And she should be good. All right, right now we are at 16 nautical miles to top of descent. Let's go ahead and go to our descent page and we'll hit descend now and execute that. That'll start the descent phase of the airplane down to 4,000 feet, which we chose in there as the lowest. And now we can turn that fasten seatbelt sign back on and let them know we began our descent into Chicago.
Seatbelt sign on at this time. You're open about. Turn your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened. Door safely parked at the gate. Join the view. Train good money for it. We'll see you on the ground.
All right, we're gonna have to dodge some weather on the way in here. We got a cell right off our nose. We're gonna get a little closer to it, and then we're gonna dodge right on around it. We're gonna have to pick our way through the weather to get into Midway. It looks like it's not gonna be so easy for us. That's okay. The reason why I know a lot of you might be saying, hey, just go through it, you know, who cares about the turbulence? It's a simulator, etc. I can tell you this, in X-Plane, it is absolutely unforgiving to fly into a thunderstorm. It will kill you. It will roll the airplane. You will have no control over it. There's a reason why in the real world you don't fly through thunderstorms. And this right here, that cell with all that red in it, that's a big no-no. We have to fly around it so we can continue our flight. If we don't, we will not make it. I can promise you that. So I'm going to wait till we get a little bit closer. Megs is right there. We'll probably start our turn right around Megs, and we're going to go to about 240, and then we'll just kind of manually skate around it. That's what I'm going to do. Drag is required. Let's go ahead and pull out those speed brakes to the flight intent. Just like that. That's going to help the airplane slow down. There we go. And we're going to keep an eye on this storm. If it dissipates, because the way that it does weather in X-Plane with Active Sky XP is that whenever you have a new update, you tend to sometimes have those thunderstorms dead. They're gone by the next update of the weather, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. We are definitely going to fly around this one. All right, just about to awesome right now, and if you zoom out a little bit, you're seeing it's pretty multicellular all the way up, probably into Chicago. So we're going to go down to this mode here, and we're going to dodge some storms ourselves. So let's turn our heading. Going to be back this way. And we're going to get this airplane right on around this stuff. We got an airplane over there. We're going to keep an eye on him. Let's go ahead and select mode, heading 220 first. And we're going to pick ourselves through these storms. That airplane right there is 7,200 feet below us. We're fine on him. Let's go ahead and make a right turn now to heading of 250. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at here, and we're going to pick ourselves around here, and where it gets really thin, we're going to try to, skate through this, and we're going to pick right through all that stuff. It is going to be bumpy. There's no option because it is a squall line. So we're going to try to find our hole to get into the line without killing ourselves. But you can see all the way to our arrival, we're going to be dodging through that stuff. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to do our best to stay out of the bad weather. But I have a feeling it's going to get bumpy. I really think it's going to get crazy. All right, we're through 18,000 feet. We have changed over to a altimeter setting of 301. It should be 5 now. It was 9, but now we changed it to 5. It did update in Chicago. Thunderstorms, winds are 070 to 11 knots. I did change not max, but auto brakes to 3 on this arrival because these are short runways, and I completely forgot about that. We didn't want to get into a bad situation, especially if we have to auto land this sucker getting into Chicago. Let's zoom out and have a look at our storms. Storms seem to have dissipated quite a bit, so we can get back on course. Gotta make a right turn. We got past the bad cells, so we'll see how this plays out. All right, looks like it got much better actually. So let's go ahead and go direct to Ulsic now. So we'll click that and put it up here, and we're gonna execute that guy. And now we're gonna go direct there. So let's go ahead and turn our LNAV back on, and it should track back over to the right. That's a pretty decent intercept heading. It's not bad at all. And we're going to keep an eye on these storms here because it's just right over the arrival into Midway. But we got past the big stuff, and that's a good thing. We went pretty far south to get around it. 15,000 feet. And remember, after Cutler, we're going to go to vectoring manually ourselves. But the light green stuff, or this dark green, we can get through that. The yellow, some yellow, we can get through it. Red is an absolute no-no. So hopefully we don't have, man, I really like these cloud textures. Hopefully we don't have a problem where it updates us into the middle of a terrible storm. Come on, X-Plane, don't do that to us. Hopefully it won't. We're gonna need some drag, so let's put those babies back out and comply with that. And we should be good. All right, airplane is slowing down to 250 knots. You can see it's just about to hit 10,000 feet. Once we do, we're going to be good on that. Let's go ahead and go to our checklist procedure, and we're going to go to the approach. And we're going to double check this. It's coming down ever so slightly because now it has made the speed it needs. We can actually go ahead and put those speed brakes away. And it should be fine. As you can see, it's going to start adding some power into the airplane. And we're coming up on 10,000 feet here. Let's go ahead and do it now. We'll go, those come on, wing light will come on. We're gonna let them know. We're good on that, so we don't need that. Fixed lane lights are on, passenger sign as needed. Those should be on, and they are. Okay, fantastic. Altimeter is set, update RNP as needed. it's good to go. We're going to be doing an ILS landing, so that'll be the next thing we do. Keeping an eye on this weather. You can see it's going to be pretty interesting. I think it's not going to be as bad as I thought it was initially, because it really has died down compared to those massive cells we were dealing with on the outside of the line. Making our left turn over Ulsick now. We're at 8,400 feet. We're pretty much going to be in the soup. Remember, down to 600 feet is where the overcast layer is showing right now. So this is the part of the flight we're not going to edit up, so we'll just be along for the ride till we touch down. 8,000 feet coming upon right now. We cross Ulsick right at 7,900, and we are going to be perfect on that. So the airplane's VNAV profile is looking great right there. If it gets too far down, that's when we add more speed brake out to try to get it right back on course. But that seems to be working out pretty fine. And now we are directed Tinley. And then we'll go to Cutler, and then we're going to make that right turn, and we're going to manually get ourselves vectored to Caden so we can pick up the ILS. Once we do that, we'll engage the approach mode, and the airplane should pick up the ILS no problem. As you can see, not much to see out the windows right now, that's for certain. Seatbelts are good. Oh yeah, I always forget to turn those back to auto, but they're on continuous. That's what I need anyway. Landing altitude is going to be 620 feet today, so let's go and go to 620. Oop, not that much. 6, and we'll do 50 will work right there. That looks good to me. Keeping an eye on these instruments. This is the biggest thing we have to do. The only thing we have to do right now, because we can't see outside of the airplane anyway. Some airplanes around the area. Looks like we might be all right getting into midway as far as aircraft goes. We'll see. If it gets to be, you know, a traffic advisor or something on final, we'll just turn that off. We'll probably do that anyway, just so we don't have any anomalies. And it's following the path really well. Haven't had an update in weather in a while, so when it updates, I hope it just doesn't throw a huge cell on top of us. That would be the worst. We're going to hope for the best here. Okay, it's getting better at that. If we go down here to 10 nautical miles, you can see exactly how we want to do this, so we're doing all right now. There's the ILS right there. DME is 14 nautical miles to the runway. Don't mind these things. This is a bug that needs to be fixed with this airplane. I don't know what those dials are. They're like the traffic dial right there. I don't know why they show up on the PFD. Very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves vectored here. We're going to go to a heading of, we'll do 300, heading select mode. The airplane will start its turn. We're just going to vector ourselves right onto this ILS ourselves. And sit goes where we're going to have a huge slowdown. We'll be at 240 knots at Caden. So we're keeping an eye on that. There's Caden right there. Oh, it's already picked up Caden. Keep on going this way. I'm going to square up our approach a little bit here. That's the idea anyway. All right, we'll do a heading turn of about right there, 320. There it is right there. I had a feeling it was going to do that to us.
1,000 to go.
1,000 to go. Yep, we're in a storm. We're going to have to make a left turn now to get around this one. Okay, zoom in. Zoom in. 5. This isn't going to be good. You got it, airplane. You got it. I can't see. We're to the right of that. Just straight down. Just straight down. This isn't looking good at all. We're at 4,000 right now. Major turbulence. This is not looking good, folks. That is not what you want to be in. We are not going to be able to grab the ILS. It doesn't look like. We're going to make a right turn here. Try to get back on. This is going to be impossible, I have a feeling. It screwed us. I had a feeling it was going to do that. Okay, come on. Let's turn the airplane this way. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Airplane's trying to get over that way. Yeah, bank angle, I'd say so. Severe turbulence. Ridiculous. They're screwing us on this flight, man. I was worried about that. And it doesn't make sense that the last update on it was real bad. Come on, keep turning. Keep turning the airplane, please. Now get all the way back over to this way. All right, it's smoothed out a little bit there, but that got scary really fast. Holy crap. You saw the wings a flapping. They were indeed doing that. And this is not showing any. Okay, let's turn our weather back on now. Man, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it into the airport or not with this the way it is. This is real bad. I don't think we're gonna be able to get in yet. We're gonna have to probably go hold until it gets better. This is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Turn that airplane all the way to the left. Come on. Dials, don't mess with me now. Hard left. Come on. Keep it turning. Can't pick up the weather 5 miles, so we'll just keep it on the 10. Actually, we're gonna have to probably climb the 10. Let's climb to 10,000 feet and get out of this. All right. Up we go. We've got to get out of this stuff. Come on, airplane. And doing this in the turbulence is not fun. This airplane don't want to turn, man. It is just getting beat to hell. Why did they do this to us? I mean, come on. That never fails. Exactly what I was. Oh my lord, we're in it. We're in some bad stuff right now, I'll tell you that. We're trying to get out of it, but I can't see anything to get out of it. Airplane's in a hard left turn right now, trying to do what it can do. We're gonna fly to the north end of the area, and we're gonna try to get through it. You want to see what it's like to be in a thunderstorm? Right here. Look at this. Oh my God, we're gonna die. We're getting updrafts, downdrafts. We've lost the autopilot. I'm gonna go full power. Trying to get out of this. And flying right now. Let's kill it. And there you go. Okay, Active Sky, thanks for being consistent. Really appreciate that. All right, well, let's try to reprogram ourselves here. Let's get the airplane back under control. We're gonna go over here to, let's do a heading select of that. Let's go down to 4,000 feet. Try to get in before it tries to kill us again. Let's go vertical speed and we'll go down. Not that much. Jeez Louise. There we go. That looks better. Airplane is descending. Let's go ahead and start our turn now to the left. Get around this. I mean, exactly what I thought was going to happen ended up happening. Oh, it turned the autopilot off. That's why. Okay. Autopilot's back on. Jeez, man. But that's the reason why you don't fly into thunderstorms, if you're wondering. You just got to experience it. X-Plane had other ideas for us.
1,000 to go.
Okay, 1,000 to go to 4,000. Sounds good to me. Let's drop down to 210. I don't know why the airplane turned, oh, when it turned off the auto throttles, it just screwed everything up. Yeah, let's just go to 210 knots. It's speeding like crazy, but I mean, let's throw all realism out of the window here because we got screwed on that. So let's try to fly the airplane back and actually land it midway. Can we please? Oh, I see. The bank angle got screwed up on that. Now the airplane's going to turn a little bit better now. This is just craziness. We're going to try to stay between these cells and fly around it and try to wait for this storm to pass so we can actually get into the airport. We just cannot do it the way it is right now. Let's climb to 10,000 feet. Let's just climb to 6,000 feet instead. That way we have time to get down if we have to again.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
Yeah, bank angles. Not lovely because we're in pretty bad turbulence and we're trying to get into the airport. Do what we can do here. 1,000 to go. Okay, that's back towards the airport, it looks like. Yeah, there's Caden there. We're not going to be able to get in right now. We're just going to have to hold out here until it gets better. All right, it's gotten a little bit better. We're going to try to get into the airport again. We're going to go back this way and try to pick up the ILS to get in. It looks like it might have dissipated a bit. We've just been out here holding for weather for a while. And now we're going to see if we can actually get into the airport without us getting absolutely screwed over here. So it looks like it's much lighter precipitation this way. We just need to go out to Caden here. So let's go ahead and keep turning the airplane back towards Caden. About 150 for that left base. And we'll see what we can do here. I mean, it's just been nuts, man, trying to get into this airport. It's been pretty crazy. This has just been straight up a flight from hell. I'm not gonna lie. Let's turn this way. Not you. You. There we go. 140 will be perfect for that. Looking good there. We're going to keep an eye on our distance to Caden. Might have to go out a little bit more to the right here. I want to make sure we get a good intercept angle on it. 160 will be nice. Then we can make that left turn and try to pick it up. Let's slow down to 180 knots here. We're manually having to do everything in this flight because, man, it's just been nuts. Absolutely nuts. We're going to hit a little bit more heavy precipitation right over here on this side, but we might be okay here. Let's then descend down to 4,000 feet, too. Comes the descent. Let's do 1,000 feet per minute. Increase it more, do about 2,000 feet per minute. That'll work right there. We're gonna go flaps 1. Those slats out like this. Hope the airplane slow down quite a bit. Okay, make our left turn here in a minute. We're gonna get a little bit further right over here, and then we're gonna make that left turn, and we should be able to pick up the ILS. We'll see. Hopefully we will be able to. Okay, 1,000 to go. That'll work out. No problem. Airplane will slow down, no problem too. Okay, turn this way. 1-3. I'm trying to get that ILS before this gets screwed up. That's what I'm trying to do here. All right, this might be good. Intercept angle about right there. Man, that was close. Okay. We got glide slope and we got localizer here. What we're going to do is when we roll off here, we're going to arm the approach. Okay, looks good there. Arm the approach. Oh my lord, are we gonna be able to get into this airport? We just might be able to. I don't know. We're gonna hope for the best here. We're certainly hoping for the best. We're gonna be hitting a lot of precipitation here. We'll be right at 4,000 when we cross Caden. Seal channel, we got the localizers alive. Airplane is turning on that. Wait until we grab that glide slope. Okay, let's put some more flap in here. I'll go flap 5. Okay, glide slope's coming in. There we go. This is nuts. All right, waiting to intercept this glide slope. Approach good, verified. Gear's gonna come down now. Gear down, flaps 15. Gear down, flaps 15. We are a VREF of 140. You'll say 144. Yep, 144. That'll work. Flaps 25. Gears down, 3 green. We'll let them know. Prep landing. There we go. Okay, we're looking good here. Just managing stuff here the best we can. Flaps are going to go to 30 here in a minute. We are 7 miles out to the runway. Wipers are going to come on too, I'll tell you that. We can actually see what we're doing here. Somewhat. Okay, that's good, good, good. That's green. It is armed. Flaps levers, good. Continuous arms. Speed brake, good to go, go. All right, flaps 30. Try to get in here before the airport becomes closed again. Can't even see it yet. We're 6 miles out to the runway. This is pretty crazy. Let's add a little bit more power into this guy. Let's go 150 for a VREF. That way, it'll help with this wind and the turbulence we're experiencing right now. So gears down, 3 green. Auto brakes 3. We're armed there. Lights are good. All right. I'm trying to get this baby into midway here. Okay, winds and visibility just changed. I got the airport in sight though, but man, this is some mean turbulence. Holy cow. Okay, airplane, don't dive towards the earth, please. Okay, it's having some real issues here. I'm gonna have to go probably turn it off. Okay. I meant to hit the... I wanted to hit this button over here. I know. That's why. I couldn't see my damn yoke. All right. Let's kill the auto throttles. I've got the airplane now. This thing is trying to kill us here. This is just insane. Watching their speed there. Yeah, I know. Piss off. I mean, the winds aren't too bad. It's just the amount of turbulence and just sheer around here is nuts. It's not, and I'm not going to worry about it. I've got to fly the airplane. The missed approach altitude, don't care. We'll deal with it when we have to deal with it here. I just want to get this baby in here. Jeez, man, this is just not messing around today. There we go. It's smoothed out now. Okay, we're good.
500.
The airplane come down naturally here. Don't get too crazy with it.
400.
Still feeling weird. Very high on this approach. Come on, baby. Come on down.
300.
It's very difficult to get this thing to slow down.
Sync rate.
200.
I know we got sync rate going here. We're good. Change of the crosswind there. come right with that
50,
rudder.
40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're down. Okay, reverses are out. Oh my heavens.
80 knots.
All right, rudder there. And kill him. There we go. Oh my God, we made it down. Holy crap. We are down, folks. That goes to off. Bring the flaps up. Make a right turn right here. I cannot believe we made it into Midway finally. I'm just happy to be on the ground, man. I don't know about you. All right, lane lights come off. Oop, it's off. Off like that. We're gonna park over this way. And then we can go steady only for those. Start the APU. Well, folks, we made it in just in time. Look at the weather radar right here. We can turn the weather radar now off so we don't fry our people out here that are, this is old scenery. I don't think we have any auto gates or anything, so we're going to do what we can do here. Just a little more power. Runaway turn-offs can come off. We'll turn the APU power on. APU bleed comes on, so they have air back there. Yeah, we know we're going to be dual bleed. Now a little bit of power here. And let's bring her into the gate. All right, parking brake comes on. We are on the APU power, so we can kill the engines like that. And the beacon comes off. That's the seatbelt sign off. There we go. Holy cow, folks. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. We made it into Chicago Midway. It was a pleasure. I will see you all very soon. Take care.